Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Today's video is going to be giving you guys an update on Jupiter. About 3 weeks ago I made a video on Jupiter talking about all the terrible things he's done on the app at TikTok, and since I made that video, things really haven't died down and only new stuff has came out about him and nothing really old. We haven't got an update on the situation he's in at all, but all I know is that there's more evidence and I'm going to cover that in today's video. I didn't really plan on making another video on Jupiter. I thought it was just going to be a one and done situation like it usually is for most cases of my video, but I got about 20 DMs on Instagram saying new Jupiter lore just dropped, so I thought we'd have to look into it together. I know this video will be really confusing for someone who hasn't watched my other video, so I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown or background of what has happened and what I covered in the past video. It's not going to be that in-depth, it's just going to be a slight little explanation. Now, the man you're seeing on screen here goes by the name of Jupiter, aka Corbin Panel. Now, he first got a taste of internet fame whenever someone posted a very long and cringy Snapchat that he sent to some random girl. Jupiter here claims to be a vampire-wolf hybrid, someone who thinks that, they can transform and they have divine powers, and one of his children who also would have those powers is someone by the name of Shira Tora. If you're wondering who Shira Tora is, she's a My Little Pony stuffed animal. After Corbin here finally got a little bit of recognition on the app of TikTok, started getting a little bit of traction, he started talking to a decent-sized creator by the name of Linda Binda and Lau Grimm. On those, videos they would do together, they would go on lives, they would make actual long videos together, have very long conversations. He would say some rather wacky stuff which increased his, popularity. All seemed well and cringy, but a few of the statements that Jupiter made did cause a little bit of backlash, one of which being that if he could have one wish in the world, it would be for him to be able to kill anybody who's ever wronged them. And he even mentioned the place that he lives has a lot of forest, so there'd be a lot of area to hide bodies without people ever knowing. One massive red flag, but it gets even worse. So this Avengers level threat obviously was talking to children, doing a lot of really weird and wacky stuff. The people on the internet were kind of flabbergasted. I don't really know why they were so surprised that this would happen, as if the weirdos on the internet that they make famous weren't even bigger weirdos in real life. Now we're going to start delving into the new lore. Like I said, I was just going to give a brief explanation of what has happened previously. If you want a more in-depth explanation, I will link my other video on Jupiter down in the description below. Now, after Jupiter here was outed for being, a massive creep to very younger people, he made an apology video. I'm going to show you that apology video now. It was quite literally an anime main character monologuing about how they messed up or lost a fight. It is one of the weirdest apologies that I think you will ever see to this day. It is genuinely insane. He was sitting there monologuing like a damn anime character.
It is with a humble heart that I, Jupiter, was a pedophile. Heart that I, Jupiter, aka Corbin Panel, was a pedophile. I'm hated for those crimes. I ask the world's forgiveness, as well as those who I've wronged, Bree, and all those other named souls that I have wronged. Pedophilia was never really what was supposed to be, and I apologize for those actions that I have taken. I am Corbin and Jupiter, and I give you my solemn word that it will never happen again. I beg your forgiveness for the past that I have done, and to the rest of the world, I was a pedophile, but I have seen the error of my ways and wish to be forgiven of my pedophilia crimes. And to all those others that I have hurt and wronged, I ask you to forgive me. I was never meant to hurt anyone.
Now, I did cut that apology slightly short. It did have another 2 more minutes of runtime. It was just him rambling on about the same exact stuff, bowing his head in shame because of what he's done. But the craziest part about this entire interaction and the fact that he actually apologized is the fact that right after this apology, he went and did the same thing again. By the way, for those of you who don't know, the main character of our anime here, Jupiter, is 25 years old, and the next clip I'm going to be showing you is when Jupiter was on call on Snapchat talking to someone who he believed was 15.
Have you ever thought about maybe becoming a porn star? Have you ever thought about that? I mean, what if you and I decided to make, if ever you and I got married and we decided to make our own porn videos, and we added them to different sites and they paid us a butt ton of money, would you consider doing it with me every time?
Now, the next video I'm going to be showing you is what happened after his apology and some of the stuff he said in the Discord chat. I'm not going to be reading it off. I'm just going to play a clip or a video that somebody else made by the name of Linda Benda. I will obviously link their channel in the description below for credit because, you know, they put in a lot of time and effort into showing this stuff in their videos. But after Jupiter's apology video for what he has done and all the terrible acts that he has committed, basically he goes on to continuously talk to more people and say some very nasty and inappropriate things. Not only that, he even made a video on Snapchat talking about how there's nothing they can do. It doesn't matter. That apology meant nothing. He's above the law. The craziest part to me is with all the abundant amount of information, how no action has actually been taken, or he's not in custody or getting help in some way. He's just kind of still roaming about. I don't think he's on TikTok anymore because, you know, he continuously will be getting banned, bullied off the platform ever since he's been in an everlasting war with a bunch of anonymous accounts claiming that they're like big hackers. We'll talk about that later a little bit more though.
Hey everybody, this is Linda with part 3 of showing you guys evidence of things Jupiter has said and done to minors. And if you didn't watch part 2, make sure you go back to my last video because that is the video where Jupiter apologized on July 4th. However, not even 24 hours later, in his Discord, he sent this. If you feel like you are mature enough to make babies, then you are old enough to do so. To which someone replied, so you would breed me even if I'm 15? And his simple response was, yes. Now, if that didn't show you that he didn't mean anything he said in his apology, then hopefully this will.
I'm just letting them know I don't care what they think of me because I am who I am. They can't change that.
My hope is the more I post about Jupiter and the things that he has done, the more it'll get out there and the more likely it'll get into the hands of the FBI, the police, anybody that can help get Jupiter where he needs to be.
Things for Jupiter got even worse that once he went off of the grid from social media, stopped posting, stopped going on his account, stuff started to get a little bit out of hand and get riled up. A few screen recordings came out, or recordings of Jupiter being in a call talking to very underage girls. I'll play a clip right now.
Jupiter, can I still send you pictures of myself even if I'm underage? Because I'm only 13.
It's up to you, sweetie, if you want to, because I don't mind. If you do, I don't mind. Do you plan on turning me in if I say yes?
No, I would never.
I'd lower the age of consent all the way to 16 if you guys wanted me to. Or I'd even change it to 15 if you guys wanted me to.
Now, I don't know if you guys caught that little line there right at the end, will you turn me in if I do? That is quite literally enough we need to know that he understands and knows the fact that what he is doing is wrong and illegal. Now, at one point, Jupiter was beefing with the group that were claiming that they were anonymous. If you don't know who Anonymous is, it's basically those people who wear the white mask and hack into shit. It's some people who actually, you know, can do that very dangerous stuff, and a bunch of other people on TikTok were just claiming that they were in that group and trying to scare him into submission, and it kind of worked, but also kind of didn't work. Jupiter would make multiple videos on his TikTok when it was active and still live talking about, you know, just being a straight Discord mod, to be completely honest with you. He was wearing a fedora and he would be tipping that stuff to hide his eyes, being like, so, Anonymous, you guys really are backing down? On all of Jupiter's public TikToks, he really seemed like he was holding strong, not scared of Anonymous at all, but behind the scenes in a Snapchat group chat, Jupiter would say some rather untasteful things, and then he would go on to talk about how stressed he was from Anonymous attacking him and how, you know, angry and scared or whatever he was, and that he's sorry for the words that he said. He didn't mean it, but he's just really stressed right now.
Sorry guys, I'm going through a lot right now. I'm sorry I said what I said. I never meant it. I am just dealing with a lot right now. And Anonymous needs to stop his crap. So, yeah. Very sorry. I'm exhausted. I'm sorry for what I said.
That really is all there is to talk about today for this Jupiter guy. I just wanted to give you guys a slight update because a lot of people were texting me, telling me to do it, you know, update all of us on the current lore of the situation, but there's not really much to update on. Maybe like a few videos here and there that just continuously will prove the thing that we already knew about. Also, if you guys have any video ideas or people that I desperately need to look into to spread more awareness, please feel free to DM me on Instagram. I look at almost all of them. I'll have the link to my Instagram in the description down below. But as of right now, Jupiter's kind of just off the grid, free roaming, so to speak. The anime main character here is not in contact with anybody. I don't think he's on social media right now. He's kind of just, out of internet access from what I know. But that's going to be it for today's video. Like I said before, if you have any video ideas or people I need to look into, please feel free to DM me on Instagram, link down below. The link to all the other shit will be down below too, obviously. But I thank you all for watching today's video. Hope everybody watching is going to have a good day or a good night, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Good night, everybody. Stay safe.